The owl and I. Once the Jimcrack cross got burned on our lawn, my mother took off back north to have me. My father was stationed in Gadsden, Alabama, before the Second Great War, commander of so-called colored troops. And he'd invited a few of his men inside the house, it seems. A radical thing indeed just then in the heart of Jim Crow Dixie. So my mother escaped giving birth down there, though I don't have any idea why I'd think of this, which, near to her death, she spoke of so many years after. Why now, on watching a barred owl glide to a hemlock going dark at sundown? Everything else is well going dark around me here where I stand. Once, at midnight, she thought she'd heard a whoop of human anguish and wondered whether some soldier was being lynched outside. My father went for a look but found nothing. My lifelong relations with my mother were vexed, I now suspect, in part because between us two stood a lot in common. Jews were being crammed into cattle cars just then, but for Dad and those troops, the evil in Europe lay several months ahead. Still, real or imagined, that cry of mortal misery stuck with Mother, though no signs of nearby violence turned up next morning. The company came en masse to mess. Shit on a shingle, as the GIs said, dried beef on toast. So life went on, at least for a while, more or less. It ought to bring comfort that I'm where I am, aging but safe, my kin constantly swelling as sons and daughters produce their sons and daughters. And winter so harsh this year, giving way at last to spring, with snowdrops glinting, the freshets making their evanescent cascades through the woods. I recall how Mother loved this season. Why then this lonely sensation? It feels that I'm in some pitch-black tunnel and won't get out again. That this, as the saying goes, is it. That all I'll have at the end, of course there can't be anything to it, is the sorrowful 8-note anthem of that single owl. The sound just now having reached my vexed old head, though I'd be foolish to think that song was addressed to anyone human.